Good morning, Lana Scott Lighthouse. So, guys, today is this reading is about somebody that has to make a choice. When I laid out the cards today, I asked the angels and the ancestors to tell me about somebody, and tell me about their story. And so when I laid the cards out, I got the choice. I got the Lover's card. Lover's card is about making a choice. It can be making a choice about a job, making a choice about a relationship. It can be making a choice about anything that you're of two minds about. Okay. So that's the current energies for somebody. And I don't know who this reading is for. There's no date on this reading. So if you find it and it feels like it applies to you today, okay, then it's yours right now. Okay. So, and I'm using my Energy Oracle deck and the Silver Revolution deck. I have set an intention of raising consciousness, of being more in mind of and more consciously aware with your higher mind and your conscious mind being more blended. Okay. So, this feels like this is somebody that, again, they're trying to make, they have two different choices, or maybe three different choices of where they want to go in their life, or a relationship, job, whatever. Right. So I asked about the past, what's above you, what's below you, and what's coming in the future. Okay. And I also pulled runes for this. So in the past, we've got the fourth chakra. So this is dealing with your heart. And you also have Archangel Raphael, who is one of the main archangels, guiding you at this. And it's also talking about being a self-acceptance, or having self-acceptance about you and all your, or the person that you're or the choice that you're making. But I feel like it's talking about the person, whoever this reading is for, somebody that is maybe looking at all sides. They're good, they're bad. Maybe you're just doing some inner reflection and some internal reflection, trying to figure out things about yourself that are unseen to you. Okay. Or maybe going in depth about your shadow side, how you react to people, how you come across in conversation, how you go about your daily life, but how it's like looking outside the fishbowl and saying, I like myself just the way I am. Okay. Now, I did ask the runes about what in the past went along with this internal reflection, self-acceptance of, and I got the Isa rune, which is taking spiritual attainment, but it's also things coming to a halt momentarily, maybe because you're doing this deeper reflection, or reflection about yourself, and maybe some kind of, I'm hearing recent decision. So maybe you've made a recent decision that you said, well, I could have done this, or this, but then you stopped me and said, well, I chose this. Why did I choose this? Maybe you're taking time in the recent past. You've said, why am I making this choice? Now, 8 plus 3, 8, 9, 10, 11. So this is also an angel card number if you add the 8 and the 3 together. Okay. So maybe even, your heart spoke to you about something, and so you just took some time out to figure out, why do I feel this way? Or, you know what I'm saying? Kind of some inner reflection. Now, right above you, we have happy family. So maybe somebody had some family issues or something like that, where you had to say, how will this affect the other people in my life? Okay. And the rainbow here the rainbows always make me think of going from the microcosm to the macrocosm, and expanding your life in some way, your consciousness in some way, expanding your knowledge in some way, you're expanding and tying something together. Okay. Especially up in your head. Sometimes we get stuck up in our head, but this feels like, to me, like somebody making a decision that was better maybe for their family. Okay. And making the right decision for other than just yourself. So take that how it resonates, okay? And then below the choice card, we've got blossoming abundance. This is talking about, because this is what's getting ready. This is what's right above you getting ready to happen. And this is the base of the matter. So maybe you wanted more money. Maybe you wanted more abundance in whatever way. Like we can always say increased prosperity, but blossoming abundance can come in many forms. It can talk about having more money. It can talk about having, maybe you got an increase in your job. Maybe you got, maybe you just suddenly bought you're trying to decide if you need, you found out you had a baby on the way and you decided to buy another car. So now you're looking into financing and you've got the money to get a second vehicle. So now instead of having one vehicle, you have two, right? Or maybe, you decided to start raising your own garden. Okay. And it was a choice, it was, well, are we going to grow this or we're going to grow this? And whatever you decided to grow, put some more food on your table. Okay. Maybe you chose some plants that were going to have more, give you more food value than maybe raising corn. You decided to raise tomatoes, right? One tomato plant, you'd get a lot of more, right? So in whatever way that abundance is, maybe you even found, because we have the community card coming in the near future, maybe you even got rid of some people in your life that were causing you some unhappiness. You stopped and you thought about it. And maybe you cut away some people around you that weren't good for your family, right? And instead, going into the near future, you found some people that were more kindred spirit types, okay? Because this community card's about kindred spirits, finding people of like mind. So also this could be deciding to choose to go into a different group that gives you this happy family feeling, okay? I've been talking about that symbol I've been seeing, and I'm going to do a video on that today. After I get done doing this reading, I'm going to draw it out, and I'm going to do some readings on it to see what comes up in the reading and how maybe it might resonate for some of you out there. And maybe in the process, you will find an idea or see something that helps you increase your community of more kindred spirits. Okay. So these are like-minded people that are hanging out together. Okay. And this card gives me a feeling of remote viewing. Maybe some of you have some of those skills. And when I looked up remote viewing was something totally different than what I thought it was. To me, remote viewing is getting that niggling feeling of when you feel like you're starting to go on the right path and you get a little spark of something, maybe you just get a little picture of something in your head and you say, and it gives you an idea and it leads down to something else that gives you more prosperity, joy, happiness in whatever way. That to me is what I mean when I talk about remote viewing. I'm not talking about where they actually do coordinates and you look about different places and you're trying to figure out a place. Okay. This to me is talking about finding things that resonate with you, that bring you more happiness, that leads you down a path of more prosperity, joy, better friends, better helping you to resolve issues, whatever the case is, okay? Because then we have the appreciation card, all right? And 5 + 1 is 6. So there may be some nostalgia, of letting go of people or places or things that no longer suit you. But once you let those things go, right? Because there's always good and bad in everything. Well, if you had a relationship that was always bad and you walked away from it, that's better, right? But I'm just saying that with this appreciation card, maybe these new people that come into your life, you find more happiness and more. They're trying to show me something how maybe you find some other people of like mind that you always feel a sense of joy every time you talk to them or see them in whatever kind of way. So I feel like, and again, this is also underneath the happy family card because it talks about bringing more people around you that bring you more happiness than the past, okay? Because you maybe in some way you accept some things about yourself and then you get to talking to some new people that you've met, okay? Whatever those kind of people are, right? And you realize you're not the only one that felt that way. You're not the only one that looked at that a certain way, okay? Maybe you had trouble with boundaries and you found somebody that also had problems with boundaries at some point and they said something to you and you said, oh, wow, I didn't look at it that way, Maybe they told you something along the lines of, what I did when I was overworked with my husband's shop, I was having lunch with a friend and he called me up and wanted me to do something and I told him, I can't accommodate that. And he was like, what? Well, I'll pay for y'all's lunch. And she's like, no. I'm going to sit here and enjoy my lunch with my friend. It's not that. I've been helping you all week. So, maybe somebody told you something about better boundaries and you realize, well, I'm not the only one that's had trouble with boundaries, right? So you appreciate that through meeting this new person or people, just more like-mindedness, something like that. Okay. And then the card gives you this. Then we have the last card we have for this is we have the garden and the gate. And what this card's talking about is make sure you keep expanding your horizons, keep learning, keep growing, because if you don't never open up the garden gate and try different paths and look at things from other perspectives, that you end up sometimes getting tunnel vision. So don't have the tunnel vision. Maybe expanding into different looking up different things that interest you, or finding some new interests help you to meet these new like-minded people and give you that happy family feeling. Okay, so self-acceptance is a big thing, guys. So this is the recent past. Okay, now what you don't see coming. And I'm going to also pull some more cards with the, I'm going to shuffle and pull some more cards with the Enchanted Map to see other things you might find on the journey. So I asked, what do you not see coming? Which goes along with this. And we got Wonjo for joy. We got Rado for traveling on your path. We got Doggis, which I always love to see Doggis, because Doggis is a breakthrough in the process of self-change. So that's where this blossoming abundance comes in. You some sort of way you break through something. Then we have Burka and we have Jera for time. So this so maybe you have this to go back to it, this breakthrough of the process of self-change that brings you in these other people because you start expanding your horizons in some way. Okay. And then we have Jera, which is saying over time. Okay. Jera usually, it's also rewards for efforts. So in whatever new way you make up your mind on this decision, the choice that you end up doing, guys, there's no wrong turn. You learn something from every decision that you make, right? And sometimes you may say, well, that wasn't a great decision. Other times, but what did I learn from it? Okay. Some people have a hard time of going, well, I made this decision and it really turned out bad. But a lot of times we don't stop and say, but what did I learn from it? So there are no wrong turns. Life is all about living, learning, growing as we go along, right? I'm going to sneeze. I'm so sorry, guys. Ooh, that was the funkiest sneeze. But overall, in the ending, guys, we've got Wonjo for joy on your journey, breakthrough in the process of self-change with new growth, okay, and over a period of time, and rewards for efforts. So whatever this decision is that you make, I just see happiness here in however, and maybe it does have to do with self-acceptance of yourself. Maybe something that you're like, I'm just going to accept this of myself, and it is an 11 message. And then you go into the future, having made this decision with all this joy on your path, breakthrough, new people to share your hopes, joys, and help your hopes, fears, joys, all that kind of stuff with, and have appreciation for this new view. I feel like somebody's going to say something that's going to make you realize that, or help you to realize that there is something to be learned from every choice that you make in your life. And whatever this new choice is that you make, it's going to bring a lot of happiness. You're not going to make the wrong decision and you're going to find there's other people that feel the same way, that you're not alone in that. Because sometimes when we make a decision or we decide to do something or we see something and we have blinders on, you have to stop and go, well, what did I learn from it? Because, and this, of course, like I said, this 6th card here, guys, there is nostalgia, and a lot of people do feel nostalgia when they think about past times, because we don't always see the bad, or sometimes we see the bad and then we think about something and go, well, there were good times too. It wasn't all bad. In the beginning, it was good. So appreciate that stuff that you learn along the way. Okay. And this choice card is reading today is just a happy to me. And self-acceptance, self-love for yourself. And it maybe that self-acceptance of yourself from this recent past with Archangel Raphael, and him being there by your side, maybe makes you see something you didn't see before, and you have a great appreciation for that. Okay. Let me pull a couple of the, let me shuffle some of these and see. I'm going to go ahead and pull these up. We're limited on space. So let me see, is there any more guidance, spirits, spirit guides, angels, ancestors, past on loved ones. Is there any more information or advice you can give this person that has to make this choice, or on the choice that they make, even though it looks pretty good to me? Anything else they might want to be aware of on their journey along what they don't see coming, maybe? What about the journey? What else about this choice? How many times? All right. Field of Dreams. I got Field of Dreams yesterday. Okay, so this makes me think that makes me feel like, and it's a 3 card. This is going to be an ongoing thing of making dreams come true. Okay, and again, this psychic energy and this listening to your intuition. Okay. And maybe with this garden gate, you're going to get some more ideas that, or maybe even something's going to come that's going to feel like, I'm hearing treasure hunt, where you're going to find some kind of treasure for yourself, or you're going to feel like you've found treasure, they're saying. Okay. So in this, and they're saying this process of breakthrough of self-change, you're going to find treasure. They're pointing that out specifically. So this kind of feels like a little bit of an extended beyond the garden and the gate card. What else? What else? One more card. So we've got the intention, of course. Okay, so they're pointing out these eggs here to me. So eggs to me mean fertility. So again, I'm feeling like that you're going to have more options available in the near future too, that are also going to continue to bring you more prosperity, more joy, and maybe in the near future, when after you go into the future with this, maybe it might be a good idea, once you start getting some of these intuitive hits, that you set about doing an intention. And that, guys, that's a 22 card there, which 2 + 2 is 4. So this could be somebody's life path that you're getting ready. The choice that you make is going to have a lot to do with your life path. Okay, take that how it resonates. We got 3, then we got 4. So maybe some new idea is going to come to you that you listen to with your intuition. That's also going to bring you more prosperity and joy over a period of time. And again, guys, that's also with that process of self-change and new birth and rewards for your efforts. So I feel like, again, they're just starting to give me the same message over again, that there are no wrong turns, but whatever this choice is that you make, it will be the right one. And guys, look, it's going to bring you in a lot more happiness and joy. And I think feeling that self-acceptance in the recent past is the key to all this. Saying, this is who I am. This is the choices and the reason. This is the thing that I'm going to do. And I feel like whoever this is, okay, they're saying you already know that you've made the right choice. So for somebody that had a recent choice, they say you already know you made the right choice. Okay, all right, guys. Guys, be a light in the darkness. Your angels and ancestors and spirit guides, they are with you every single day. We have done a lot of evolving and regeneration. There's a lot more merging of that higher mind, or your oversoul, your higher mind, or your higher power, however you want to look at it, with your conscious mind. They are working more together now than they ever have before. So feel confident in the choices that you make. Okay. Sometimes we have to, don't be impulsive. But I feel like whoever this reading is for, you've made the right choice. Be a light in the darkness. Lighthouse.